Yeah, it's fine. It's all right.
It's probably fine. I mean, it's just like contingency protocol, right?
Yeah,
Those are
it's
clearly
like
very comparable.
don't poor contingency protocol. Poor contingency.
I saw a match today that had 3 contingency protocols in it, but it was kind of a shame because not a single ship died.
Yeah. Well, is that's good?
Not really, because no ships died on either side. It was a 13 ship match.
Wait, how's that possible?
How?
Were they both just like
How do you,
not
how do you even
attacking
do
each
that?
other? Or were they blanking out the whole game? Like what?
Oh, they were trying. So my team is mostly newer players. Bless them.
Oh,
They're
got it.
trying
Okay.
swarms and assault and getting that practice in.
I think
And,
I think I would lose my mind if that game was on stream.
I'm sure my jeering didn't help anyone. But you know,
Hey, you're just trying to get your boys into the W column. Some of this, the list building has been an experience. I know Bender has been a little involved. He's got a mad scientist bit. Maybe you've been helping him as well. But
yeah, I've been there's like 10 threads on building lists. They're all pretty active. I'm definitely in all of them at some point. I mean, when people are this is fully complimentary. When people are joining the game, you can't tell them what to fly because it's Star Wars. They have to fly the Star Wars they want to fly.
unless you're me or Oler.
It
No, I
depends
really-
on the person.
Yeah.
I really believe this, and I had a long enough period of getting 4 aces out of my system, and
Yeah.
you
I
have to
hear taking
experiment
Tums helps you with that. You take some Tums, you can get 4 aces out of your system.
but you have to play, and you have to have fun, and you have to just lose, and then at some point maybe that phase might end, but it hasn't happened.
And then you lose by like 4 instead of losing by 10, and then you lose by 2, and then you lose by 1, and then you draw, and then you lose by 8, and then hold on, and then you lose by 1, and then you win. That's at least what it feels like when you first start playing X-Wing, especially now. I mean, I feel like we're just in such an advanced age of just being able to practice and play, get reps in, you know, the amount of time that has elapsed from over 3 editions of X-Wing. If you get in now, like, it's never too late, but I definitely can feel like it would be really intimidating, especially going up against like XWA CIS right now, against Oler's list. I wouldn't want to play against that.
I mean, it's just not it was never a very tiered ecosystem. Like, possibly the 10th game of X-Wing I ever played in my life, and like my second one on TTS, was against Azagal.
Yep.
I learned a lot in a very short time. But it's just like, you get in the game and like the top players are right there. And that's part of what's so amazing about this community, is that generally it's very supportive and stable because people are actually cool. But it's I don't know. I'm not super into war games in general. I just like X-Wing. It feels like an unusual situation to me.
Yeah, no, it's true. I mean, I'm pretty I want to learn, and I expect to lose while I'm learning, but I also am pretty competitive. That if I feel like if I'm not enjoying myself at all while I'm learning, I'm out. Like I've many times I've played games for the first time. Like, okay, like here's an example. And it's not anyone's fault, but I played Star Wars Unlimited for the first time, and then like I understood the mechanics. I liked the thematicism of the cards, but it was like a trial game, and I got absolutely destroyed. And I was like, well, you know, I didn't really have that much fun. I didn't need to win the game, and I shouldn't because I don't know how to play. But when you're getting completely steamrolled in a demo game, or even when you're learning a game for the first time and the guardrails are off, it can tempt a lot of people to stop playing. So it is important to have a good community.
there are games that structurally it's not fun to lose, and I firmly think X-Wing is in that category. It's just very emotionally intense because you're going up against one other person and it's all or nothing, and maybe you're doing that 4 times in a day. Like, it's not exactly D&D here. And I think it's entirely the reason I'm here is because of the community publicly recognizing that, and having a system to promote players who are kind, and kind of a whisper network about players that maybe aren't so kind. And speaking about my local scene, not speaking about any of the online team leagues, but it's a similar ethos.
Yeah. I don't know. I think X-Wing. I do agree with that in the sense that, like, 1v1 PvP for 75 minutes. I mean, thankfully it's not much longer. Like, some games are 2.5, 3 hours. You're just playing one other person, and but at the same time, I think there's a lot. You can still have a lot of fun, like zipping around the board and like throwing dice. Like, even when you're getting destroyed, you still get to like roll your defense dice. You still get to do whatever move. You have all that agency, and I think that at least is enough for people who play it casually to be like, yeah, who cares if I lost 20-4? Like, I'd rather not, but okay. And then there's people like us who are like, oh, I'm gonna lose my mind.
I mean, my whole ethos was very casual. I don't know if anyone here reads my blog, but I did feel like I kind of accidentally tripped into Worlds last year, and that was the fun. That was the experience of like, oh hey, I went the distance. But it's a Star Wars game. It's a swingy game. It's the experience that promotes the whole thing for me. Which is good if any of you look at my record, which you shouldn't, because it would be very rude.
I am a card game player, so I come from a background of card game playing pretty much.
Oh yeah. Name drop the blog. Okay, the URL is literally patricksxwingblog.wordpress.com.
So you love Unlimited then, Andrew, right? You must be. Unlimited's a cool game. It's a cool game.
I still play more X-Wing than I do Unlimited, mostly because I haven't delved into the online leagues for Unlimited, or I would, I don't have a local scene, so there's store champs and stuff around me, drivable distances that I am going to, bad. But yeah.
I basically don't have a local scene anymore. It evaporated like morning dew when AMG dropped the game, which I thought was very unfortunate.
Yeah, we've been fortunate because, like, when I least expected it, Talonbane just outside of range, wouldn't want to get shot by any energy shells or sync laser cannon shots there. We're lucky because we had lost a couple of players. Just kind of, they'd come in, they'd have a ton of fun, they would like get super invested in the game, buy a bunch of stuff for it, and then they just like disappear off the face of the earth. That happened a few times. And maybe it's just because I refused to put deodorant on, and I haven't my whole life. I just reek. I smell so bad. But if it's not that, I was just like, I got to the point where I'm like, well, we should just focus on keeping the players we have. And if anyone wants to demo or ask questions, like, we can do that. But it was just kind of mentally straining for me to try to take in a new player, give them all this cool swag and everything, and then just like be like 3 months later, be like, I'm never coming back, and you just didn't know it when that would happen. But we've gotten some new players, all kind of at once the last year, and some of them have played X-Wing before in the past. They played some 1.0 or maybe early 2.0, and it stopped for years. And not only are they playing with us, but they're super committed. They come like every week and play, and it's awesome. We had 8 people playing at our game store last week, which is usually nice. We have 4. So we had having 8 like that was really awesome. Doesn't seem like a lot, but it is a lot for us.
Yeah.
Ooh.
All I was trying to say with my card, this is a nice shot from Fenrau.
Yeah.
My card game, I don't know what I'm trying to say. My story about card games is that X-Wing community is night and day. So.
Yeah. Yeah,
agree with
I feel like
the
there's some
things being said.
reputations that some
Ooh.
card game communities. Oh Lord, it's all going through.
Are we allowed to talk about the game?
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't do as well as Greg does with like being a great commentator and not talking about the game. Sometimes I do talk about the game, so that's going to be 5 damage into yellow. Fen Fearless is for 5. That is the Dream Fen Row shot. Unfortunately, I'm still a little worried about him because he's going to get shot by an energy shell charge. So
We're about to get a "this is why Fen is worth 5 points" moment.
Well, Ben did keep his focus, so that's
yeah,
something.
he's probably. I don't think he's going to die, but I just still worry. Like anytime a Fang gets shot more than once in 2.5, I'm like, oh, all right, so it looks like a simple man just trying to make his way across the galaxy is going to take a shot. Django at the top of the board, range 2 into the Mining Guild Surveyor who has an evade. Can you put auto blasters on Django in XWA? There you go, natties. That's going to be Slave 1 title for hit crit.
That's an interesting build.
That's going to be a crit.
I don't know if you can have that in Force.
So I played against like 115 point Django in like the in-between phase between 2.0 and 2.5, and he had auto blasters and Dooku and Slave 1 title. It was awful. I mean, it was horrendous to deal with. Damaged engine. He's just a complete points fortress. The Surveyor could easily go down here. Oh, Talonbane does have a shot. Okay.
Not into the one you want, but into one of them. So that's a big deal.
Yeah, why not? Woof. Shield, 2 shields. Not great for Eurotrash so far. I'm missing the damage. There we go. Nim.
Ooh, Nim not having them is big.
That is huge. All right, here we go. This is General Grievous gonna cough very loudly in the general direction of the Mining Guild Surveyor. He's gonna get 2 rerolls, or 2. He can reroll 2 dice with his ability, and he's gonna reroll the blank, or not. Did I miss something? Still, no. Yeah, it would have killed him. What happened? Tim?
Nim?
Use your ability. Tim! Oh, that would have taken him out. Bullying the poor miner, yeah. Miner, I hardly know her.
Womp womp.
Yeah. Womp, 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 womp. All right. Energy shell, I would assume.
I mean, if this is the cannon, you just shoot. No, this is the one with Kraken, so it is an.
He does have Kraken. I was thinking he didn't have Kraken. He does have Kraken. I just missed that. Well.
And there's a hit crit.
Oh, come on. Okay, I was worried it wasn't good as bad, but I was like, come on. Fan. Okay, just takes a crit, which is a Fang fighter taking a crit, but could have been a lot worse. Doesn't have to spend his focus. It is a damaged engine. No, that's the one. The Fang. He'd be like, I'd rather take a direct hit, please. And then this shot is probably not going to do anything just because it's Fen, but maybe you can.
And Fen still has a focus, so
yeah,
it's incredibly unlikely to do anything. But I mean, weirder things.
Especially when you do
Y'all,
that.
Especially if you do that.
I can't decide if you do or don't believe in the streamer curse to talk like that.
You know what? I will announce things like, oh, here comes Natty Evades, and it'll happen a lot, and then I'll say things and it won't, and.
I know, I see it.
Like when Biddy Bumbo plays, he will natty a few times. He is really good at the natty. So is Jammin. Jammin's a good natty roller as well. Hit crit. And down goes the Surveyor. Still able to get the kill, but it kind of went to the last shot there to do it. That's going to be 2 points for Eurotrash.
Even when it's a little ship like that, though, killing a ship on assault feels so good.
Yeah, it's
Because
gonna
takes away
pretty
so much potentiality of point earning.
This might be 6. This might be 4 objective points for CIS here. Yeah, it's going to be absolutely. It's going to be 6-1. Also, Tim is one of my favorite. Tim Opin's one of my favorite players of the league. He's such a good guy. He's really funny.
He is.
He just loves to laugh.
An extremely nice guy.
He's such a sweet guy. We need more Tim Opins. It really kind of offsets the the me's, the me types, the type A douchebags in the league.
Oh, nonsense.
But yeah, 6-1. I'll take it. You'll take it every time.
Feeling okay about my bet. That's all I'm saying.
Was that 4 assault points for Tim?
Yeah. Tim got 4 assault points a turn. And
it's a huge deal.
The downside for Grievous is that it looks like a 2-bank would clip that debris, so he's probably going to have to 1-bank to stay stressed, but he's probably going to get a couple of good shots into Pusk.
I mean, you just crank it 1 hard left if you're staying stressed here, right?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. I mean, even a 2 hard works as well, right? A 2 hard gives you a good lane to go straight next turn as well. I would assume that DFS just stays. Oh, he can just give a calculate to Grievous, can't he? So he has a double mod still?
Yep.
We could see Pusk turn in, though, as well. If he does that, we're going to have a little bit of a showdown.
Yeah, I'll take that. I'll joust a Hawk. They have 5 health.
Give it that Hawk Tua, man. That is one of the bounties. The Hawk Tua bounty. I'm not sure where that.
Like giving Moldy Crow to all of them was nice and all, but I'm skeptical. I'm not brave enough to lean on to Pusk.
He's an I5. I want an I6. Honestly, I feel like Janors would be a great I6. Like being I5. I mean, just like a completely different version of Janors.
I was gonna say what?
I just mean like I don't know about how you guys feel about like X-Wing and Initiative for 2.0, 2.5, but I've always seen it as based on the pilot's ability. I know it's no longer based on pilot skill. I used to call it pilot skill, and it was like the number was based on their pilot skill, and it's supposed to be different in 2.0.
But it's something though.
But it's still like, I mean, you see Vader's is an I6. I mean, I don't know, Jan. I mean, Rey, honestly, to me, Rey would be like an I2 or an I3. Has never flown before until The Force Awakens, but has the pilot skill of Initiative 5, so she's like an ace. But if you look at it the other way around, you look at Rey and it makes more sense because you're like, okay, well, it's not based on pilot skill. It's just initiative order for the sake of the game.
Well, you look at it more, and my boy Chewbacca getting ripped off.
Yeah, I know. Well, and
Yeah,
like all factions.
All versions of Chewie should be better and more meta relevant. He has been treated poorly.
Baston Chewie's pretty good right now, secretly.
Is he? I should check that out.
In episode 8, he outflies the entire First Order Air Force to death. Like, in 30 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You can't argue with it.
I do have a theory for my flavor theory for why Rey works the way she does, where she just, like, flies straight at the enemy and initiative kills it. I think it's not really a reference to anything that happens when she's flying the Falcon particularly. I think it's her in the throne room. Like, if you see that gif of her, like, twirling the lightsaber and screaming at the camera, it's like, oh, yes, that's Rey.
Yeah. I don't know. They did Ray dirty. They unwrote her character arc over 3 movies. It's almost unprecedented to do something like that. It's like kind of impressive.
Yeah.
She was way more intriguing at the start of the series, and then by the end of it, she's just Palpatine's granddaughter. It's like, wow, okay, that's it. And that's what. Here's one thing I'll say is that whether you love the sequel trilogy or not, we don't have to get into that. We can. We don't have to. I think most people can agree that they didn't really do a good job with Rey from the start to the end of the first movie to the third movie. I think we can all agree that they did not do it. I mean, you have to agree because it's objectively true.
I just think the sequel trilogy needed some kind of actual skeleton, not just
By committee, boardroom screenplays.
boardroom committee and making it up as they go along. Because let's be honest, they changed their mind like 4 times.
I'll agree with that. Overall, I know better than to argue about Star Wars quality.
Yeah, I know. It's like at this
I'll do it
point.
in chat. I won't do it live.
Hey, I've never had a problem. I'm always very open about how I feel about Solo because there are definitely a lot of people who think Solo is like really good, and I have to kind of pump the brakes a little bit.
You don't have to. You choose to.
I have to. It's my duty. It's my duty as a citizen of the Star Wars. The I care too much about Star Wars for some reason fan club. Sometimes I do wish that I could be that person. It's like, oh, I just love anything Star Wars. But you know what? Like, there are reasons why I love Star Wars, and so when things are bad, it's like, oh, I don't like that. We're taking a lock with Nim. Yellow is the one.
With Nim.
3. Yeah, we have R3 though.
Dorsal veteran, interesting. Okay.
Yeah, I kind of like the build on Nim. The only down there. Oh boy. This is gonna be nasty. Talonbane also gonna need to be a little careful. Just because he's just fearless, but Red is the one that has taken the least amount of damage over there.
I do like this Nim. I like how it uses all the slots. I like how it uses Bomblet Generator because that's literally Nim's thing.
Oh, does Fen have a shot there? I don't think so, right? There's no way.
I don't think so. I think
Definitely not. Yep.
And then cries into his damage engine next turn.
Yeah, a little 2-bank. I think, Fen needs the 2-bank anyways to get the rock coverage from that droid. Actually, I think Fen might better focus here because DFS might have an energy shell at him. Nope, gonna do it. Not gonna do it. Ooh, does the boost fit?
DFS shot his energy shell last turn into the TIE fighter.
Oh, he did. That's right. Got it. Yeah, no energy shell. Doesn't look like the boost's gonna fit there. Django, I think you just target lock to Pusk.
Oh, that boost is fine.
Oh, composure. Hey, cute.
Yeah.
Oh, he failed the boost. Yeah. Neat. Look at Django
using
living his best
composure
Tycho life. The way it's supposed to be used. Hey, I don't know, man. Tycho, it seems super legit what Tycho could do.
Okay, you know what? I adore Tycho.
Tycho's so fun. I don't like the SL Tycho. It's just awkward with the Procket vectored cannons, but I love custom Tycho.
Yeah, the SL Tycho needs a little help. Like, if
You can't make that guy any cheaper though. That's the problem.
No. He has 5 health.
No, he's being like he literally needs a little bit of help. He needs like a core journalist. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I think
certainly can't be any cheaper. Woo.
Yeah, no, I think it's a really meaningful choice actually between the Tychos right now. Like I support it. Like one of them can make a really fierce build with upgrades that work well together, and the other one has 5 health.
Yeah. Star Wars Goonies is good. I should try Skeleton Crew. I didn't even watch the Acolyte. Nothing compares to Andor for me. I'm like one of those guys. I'm like obsessed with Andor.
I will say I got into it with someone on Blue Sky about this recently. I think So Star Wars kind of has a tradition of looking at dystopia, and Andor did that really well in the prison, and I think Skeleton Crew does that in a really interesting way with the planet in the first episode. Not to spoil anything.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check it out. Enough people have said it's worth watching. I definitely believe you guys. Fuel leak with these gas prices, that can't be good.
Yeah, there's the marketing Skeleton Crew, like there's the, oh, this is what hooks you into watching Skeleton Crew, you know, how it's kind of got that Amblin vibe, but there's definitely a deeper message and interest there for me.
Yellow is toast.
Yeah, yellow just died to the VTG, I assume.
And red's about to take a 5-dice banger.
Yeah, red's hoping Talonbane doesn't get a Fenrouse special of 5 after Fearless. That's the only mod that Talonbane has here. And not great, Bob. Not the best. 3, still not terrible, but
Does he not have? Oh, he doesn't have focus. He rolled.
yeah, he barrel rolled.
Okay.
Spending the calc, why not? Take 1 or take 2? Yeah, take 2. So into the hole, 4 hole left. And Nim still gonna take, looks like maybe 3 more shots. Tapusk's got range 1 onto Grievous. And that's what we're doing with all of the focus tokens. And that's not bad. Spend for 3. You got 1,000 of them.
Do you have Grievous and Arc? Because you get Fearless.
Oh, he has Fearless as well. That's so 4. Grievous. I feel like Grievous does that a lot. It's completely based on confirmation bias, but I feel like Grievous does the Natty Bay thing a lot. Takes 2, shields down.
This is my fault. Tupusk was mad that I didn't respect him.
Now, do you have does Nim have Grievous and Arc? I think so, right? Grievous.
Wait. He couldn't have Fearless. Grievous doesn't have him in Arc.
Oh, wow.
Oh, yeah? Is that true? All right, I'm going to give them some shit. I'll be right back.
I can see why they assumed.
All right, gentlemen. Real quick.
No.
Yes.
Can you check Grievous's Arc one more time for me? Now, what do you guys notice? Who is not an Arc at range 1?
Oh.
So no Fia Whiz for you. So 1 less damage into Grievous.
Oh.
Because.
Oh, because we're not in each other's front arcs?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Part of me.
Yeah,
That's all right. It's all right. The best time to cheat is on stream, as I always say. All right. We're
Sorry,
back.
I know it's minor, but
No, I mean that's, you lose games because of stuff like that, so it definitely matters. I appreciate it.
and I agree, Gambler Tuba. I think Grievous and the HMPs are the best 10 points in the game, or at least up there in contention with the best 10 points in the game right now.
Yeah, it's interesting because there's, you know, it is pipped, so there's only 2 HMPs that are really any good, but 4 HMPs and Grievous was a killer late 2.0 list. Like, it's the reason I bought 4 HMPs.
I don't know. I will admit there's bias on the fact that my brother has flown these Geonosian prototypes since they came out. And kicked my ass with them many, many, many times. But I think they are the best HMPs by far, and the fact that they're the 3.1s, it's bananas to me. Their ability is blank. You completely ignore their ability.
Is it safe to say that XWA is kind of like I mean, I'm sorry to all the CIS players out there. I do think you guys deserve for this faction to be good, but do you think they've overcorrected just a little too much?
I think the 3.8 HMPs should be different HMPs.
So I was thinking about this too, and I was telling sort of the newbies that it was really the end of AMG really tanked CIS. Aside from that season, which wound up being the final season, traditionally they were very powerful and underplayed for how powerful they were. Um, like that was always kind of the status quo, and so I really don't mind a little rebound. I don't think it's bad right now. But I think if you want to change things up, um, for a new season, if you just don't want to see these HMPs in every CIS list because they are so good, just make one unique HMP 3 points, and maybe you'll see some different compositions.
I mean, just think about going up against the archetypes that were and the types of the ships, the meta that we're seeing right now. That's early, early developing meta for XWA with these beta points. Scramble is just incredibly difficult. Salvage, they could take 3 or 4. I mean, Andrew, your Atadea on your team was like incredible at salvage with CIS. I mean, it's just like
Yeah.
they can take
He's-
4 or 5 crates. I mean, easy. There's so many bodies for no cost.
Yeah. I also
That's
think
so-
4-point Grievous is a mistake. Like I get
Yeah.
they're pushing him because he's General Grievous, but I think he's safer at 5 with a little more toys, just because he's so damn hard to kill. Like he's never worth killing, in my opinion, at 4 points.
I don't know,
I
Supple.
guess
I
he's
think
the only thing you can
I think
shoot at.
reducing it to just the side slip is kind of. I don't agree with that. It is the 3 dice plus the side slip plus Kraken.
Yeah.
It plus the health plus the shared rerolls. Like all of those things obviously have
just
existed
really
this
good
whole
shit.
time, but
Yeah.
all at
They're-
once now
they're-
you can do it. So
They're a unique ship. I like them. I like seeing them on the board. And they're one of those ships that we always talk about being hard to price. Like maybe they ought to be 3.5 points. And I think, long term, probably that looks like sort of a seasonal cycle where there's different hot ones or more of them are hotly priced every so often.
yeah, it's what was I saying about scenarios with them? Assault also really good. So and chance, I mean, they're so cheap that you have anything, you only get 1 point. So I honestly they are so excited and happy to play any scenario, and I can't think of another faction that does not mind playing any of the 4 scenarios. In fact, that likes them all. Maybe Empire, maybe it's close.
There's certain factions that can tech around scenarios pretty
Yeah,
heavily,
Gavin.
but like in a general, you take it to a 4-round tournament, CIS will not have a problem with all of the
Yeah.
scenarios.
It really, I think, design-wise, importing what they created in 2.0 for the CIS into 2.5, it really must just be on a knife edge. Like it's either really good or
Yeah.
really not good.
Well, I mean, the obvious thing with the AMG points is just that they just made high initiative pilots really affordable, in that you could take them in droves, and with scenarios you preferred them for pretty much
I think
all
the
of
other
them.
thing is the amount of secondary weapons in AMG points. The amount of torpedoes and stuff
Yeah,
and everything at easy access do really hurt the low initiative
yeah.
CIS chips. They can just pop like balloons.
Yep. Because you usually, like 2.0, you invested pretty heavily in the opportunity to be able to initiative kill, but it was at the compromise of volume in your list. You
Right.
didn't run a 5-ship or 4-ship list with I6s and I5s. You ran like a 3-ship list. Some people ran a 2-ship list. Now it's like, no, 3 to 5 ships in a list minimum. 3 plus of them are guaranteed to be high initiative. I mean, we're beating the same drum we've been, but it's just like it's talking about the difference between XWA and how well this has gone with the beta points so far. It's honestly, I don't think it could have gone much better.
I'll agree with
Yeah.
that.
No, I think you guys have done great. Like people will moan and bitch about everything.
Yeah.
But
We're clearly
I
chipping
really
away
think
on
you
the
guys have done
margins.
really
Like
well.
Greg
Yeah.
has the numbers to prove it.
at this point, like locals, and when I go to like store champs and stuff around, or just like little tournaments, people just like they tend to just ask me like, why isn't my favorite pilot better? And it's like that's kind of just the gist of any complaints at this point, which is good because it's just like it's a meaningless kind of it's just based on bias. So like Luke needs more loadout. It's like, no, he's a double modded ship at I5. Two force, recurring force all the time. Maybe he doesn't need more loadout. I love Luke. He's my favorite pilot in X-Wing, but I understand.
Yeah. I've flown between 2.0 and this. I've flown a disgusting amount of games. Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. He's just I mean, honestly, FFG has always been known for doing a really good job of like thematically designing things for Lord of the Rings, for like Arkham, for Star Wars, and I like Luke's ability, Vader's ability are both just so awesome, so thematic. I love Luke's ability. Super good.
Yeah, in general, the flavor in this game is incredible. And we can get too much into the weeds and trying to win and like lose sight of it, but like that's the reason why the game is fun. That's why it works.
Yeah. Oh boy, Grievous. Talonbane. Sorry, didn't mean to interrupt. It's gonna be.
I mean, you're talking about the game. You have a right to interrupt. I mean, the actual
right.
game.
I just don't like to interrupt people in general because it's usually not necessary.
I'm saying, and it's obviously some are more mechanically inclined than others, but what gets me is it's all the way down. So like Luke's ability and Vader's ability makes perfect sense. And I was talking about how Rey's ability makes perfect sense from a particular perspective, and then even down to characters that have only appeared in the comics. Like if you know the character and you know the X-Wing rules, you look at the ship and you're like, oh, you feel the character. So I'm agreeing that's a huge strength of the design.
If you really think about it, X-Wing is just such a cool game, and it's crazy that it exists in the capacity that it does, with as many choices that you have, and how they were able to create all these weird mechanics and rules that just work.
Yeah. And X-Wings are cool. TIE Fighters are cool. Like, my unpopular opinion is that they're as much a part of, like, core Star Wars as the lightsaber.
Absolutely.
When I think of Star Wars, I don't even think of lightsabers, which is probably weird to say, but like, I mean, when I think of Star Wars, I think of like the opening scene of. Are you doing a jam? No.
Can you jam that far away? No way. Range 2.
Yeah, what is he checking for?
What's going on?
I don't know what's going on. Well, I might have to give him shit again. We'll see. Who did he jam?
Jam Django? Is that a jam token on Django? Is that range 1? Oh no.
Don't feel bad bumping into people's games like that.
Well, I mean, again, those are like, yeah, those are. Well, hold on. Okay, hold on. All right, roll it back. No. Roll it back. You checked range 2 instead of range 1 for the jam. So that's why you were able to jam Django.
Okay. Sorry.
Just check again. Let's just check range 1 for. Make sure you got it. It's close. I just want to make sure you check the right range level. Okay.
Don't have it.
Oh, okay.
No, focus. Sorry, I thought it was range 2, honestly, but my bad. Sorry.
Range 2 bullseye. Range 2 bullseye. You can jam. All right. Okay, what was I gonna say? When I think of Star Wars, I think of the opening scene of Revenge of the Sith, Battle over Coruscant, like that stuff. That's Star Wars, man.
Literal Star Wars.
Literal Star Wars. Star confrontation. Star fight. This Django doesn't have Nim, but he didn't bump into. Did he bump?
Apparently not.
It doesn't look like it. Jeez. Talk about making it close. You shoot a Talonbane, right? You definitely gotta go into Talonbane. No, he's gonna shoot at. Okay, you got 2 shots in Talonbane though. Does he remember damage engine? No, there's no way he remembers damage engine. I'm gonna mess with these guys. Hold on. Oh, is he reading it? Oh, of course not.
Wait.
I just
Wrong
grabbed the wrong
damage
damage engine. It's same thing. It's the card. The card is what I wanted to do. I just realized I grabbed the TIE Fighters one, but you know, it was the same card. They both have it.
What is he doing?
What is going on?
We just established this.
Oh my god.
No.
Oh yeah, I have damage engine.
Wait, did he do the too hard? Because never mind, we're stupid.
I thought he did a 1.
Yeah, he did the one. He did the one. Red maneuver.
I just got worried that we were gaslighting the hell out of those guys, and I'm like, I'm pretty sure he did a 1. All right, so they just want to give. Ratchet is really giving me a hard time today. He's cheated 3 times, not on purpose, but like he's not on purpose, but he's hitting the trifecta tonight.
Well, you know what they say: once is happenstance, twice is coincidence, 3 times is enemy action.
All right, so
Talon's
Django
hard.
is gonna go
No,
into
fucking dude.
to Pusk. He has the lock. And just Dooku for 3. Hoping to Pusk blanks out or something. No, how about that evades? That's a moldy to Pusk there. Now Fen, unmodded. Probably shooting a Grievous though. He had locked Grievous. I still think that's probably the way to go. Although Grievous gets a reroll. The droid you're gonna try to take out. It's gonna be range 1. Double. You probably should with Nim take out the droid. You will. I mean, it's gonna happen. Oh no. Who just took all that damage? Or was that, what did he roll? We got, oh, never mind, he rolled out of it. I couldn't see the attack roll. All right, this is going to be the shot. You could split fire here and shoot some at Django, some at the DFS. You guys still here? I can't hear you.
Oh yeah, no, I'm here. I'm just.
Okay, cool.
I turned off the mic because I was eating M&Ms.
No worries. Nice. Regular
It was like
peanut.
a bad stream food. Regular.
Hit crit. Going into DFS. Crit is a direct. There you go. Unfortunately, now that means the double tap can go into Django.
Oh wait, did you predict that, or is my thing just slow?
I mean, I said, oh, a direct question mark.
I see.
So it's 7-8 now. I really think Django should have shot at Talonbane. I know Talonbane would get extra die, but you can initiative kill him next turn. Fen Rao's in trouble though next turn, right? Django can.
Fen Rao's always in trouble.
I mean, as long as Django doesn't go towards Fen, I think he can get him. Or you can at least get some damage into him. Just one. Oh, that was range 2 in a Django. That was really close.
Just
Oh, he forgot to do the bomblet, I guess. Earlier. It's fine.
I just assumed it was named.
Yeah, you mean you don't let it detonate when it wouldn't hit anybody. 5 dies from Talonbane with Fearless into Grievous. My lord. Grievous, I guess he doesn't mind seeing the crits.
Oh.
Grievous is
Ouch.
going to take a shield
2 and 2?
and then 2 hits and 2 crits.
One hit and 2
or sorry, 1 hit. Yeah, he dodged 1. Structural damage, he can yeet that one, and he will. Weapons failure, and he can yeet that one, and he's going to want to. But Talonbane did not have to spend the focus. So Grievous still has 4 left after all that, right?
Yeah.
Jesus, that's pretty good. Yeah. Use the Terminator, yeah. Okay, well, Grievous back. Can he get any damage back? Oh my gosh, that's going to be... Oh, this is to push shot?
Plus
Sorry.
into Django.
Didn't check the arc, so
Not a
I
bump,
was
so-
confused. It was not a bump, and that's going to be 4 hits into Django. Django's taking 3 shields down on Django. All right, here's Grievous' shot. Into Talonbane.
I kind of don't want a nickel and dime Grievous on the plating in the title. Like, he should have those. I think he was fine at 5 points with outmaneuver, frankly.
Yeah, he was. You could not afford to ignore him when he had outmaneuver. We were really hoping to get a little bit more damage into Talonbane there, but Natty hits. Maybe you can get
Stone?
another one into Talonbane. Talonbane? No,
Nope.
Natty evades. That's
Talonbane
probably
says no.
I think that's the 3rd or 4th Natty evade we've seen from both sides total. A few key Natty evades. And it looks like the middle is going to be a push.
And 1 point for Finn.
Yeah, so it's going to be 8-8.
Wow.
I feel like at this point you
The
have
amount
to
of violence
scum.
they've had, I'm surprised
I
how
know.
low of a scoring game it is. But it's a lot of things are close to dying.
Yeah, I mean, I feel pretty good about where I'm at if I'm scum right now. You've kind of rebounded
yeah.
pretty well.
Yeah, just to kind of hit the topic of the Belba Labs, like, I think there are ships that it's really hard to point, where, like, if there's ships where, like, if one is 5 and one is 4, you take the one that's 4 no matter what.
Yeah.
I don't think the Belba Lab was ever in that state. Like, I think there are good ones to take at 4. I think if Grievous I think old Grievous was fine at 5, and I think those both saw play.
Well, in the OG days, you would see there were utilities for different archetypes in CIS. You would take Grievous if you wanted like a lower ship count, maybe a 4 or 5 ship list. You took Captain Seer if you wanted the swarm.
Yep.
Watt Tambor has never really had much of a place from the beginning. He wasn't played a bunch.
I feel like he had a swarm support role for a while. I even see him in lists
I mean, it's
today.
rerolls. I think like calculating friendly. He gets to reroll his dice or something. Yeah.
And he could have the relay.
Yeah, and yeah, Seer had the what was it, TA 175? What's the calculate pinata one?
Yeah, one. I don't remember.
I think it's TA-175, K2B4, and Kraken are the 3 tactical relays I can think of. Is there one more that I'm missing? Kalani.
Yeah, there's Kalani. There's also the like spend a focus to add a hit in bullseye. The one no one ever takes.
Spend a calculate, because they could never. That would be really funny if it was spend a focus, because they'll never be able to do that. So I understand why they wouldn't
Did
take
I
it.
fix focus?
Yeah, it would just be really funny if it was
I
actually what the card
definitely
said.
No.
I mean, in AMG points, there was that time where if you ever played against a CIS list, it was like Django Grievous, like almost guaranteed.
Yeah, he used
Because
to
the
have
swarms
outmaneuver and
were
then
not
took it
good.
away.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and
he's
outmaneuver
not
made
good
up for a lot in that list for sure.
And if he's not good enough with just outmaneuver, give him a few more points. But like, I think Grievous can very easily be 5, even with I4, for the same reason that Gavin can very easily be 5, even at I4.
Yeah.
If, you know,
Yeah, Gavin's one of those things where like I feel like at 6 points it's getting a little tough to justify, even though his ability like is just ridiculously strong.
Like certain ships you can't give enough toys to make that extra point work, but I don't think the Belbalab's in that category.
I think Wazdi hit it on the head. It's more that the I4 was hurting Grievous in the AMG meta. It wasn't that outmaneuver
Yeah,
title
I
improving
agree.
Grievous wasn't worth 5. It was more that everything was I5 and I6.
Yeah.
And had protons and plasmas and stuff that could just kill Grievous before he did much impact on the game.
What was the list that was like? It was like Grievous, Django, and then it was like that
Dirge.
droid that gets all the rerolls. It was like a weird like fringe like 4-ship list, right? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it was the.
It was
TIE
pretty
Fighter
popular. Yeah, I know. Yeah, but like the list, right? Like that was a pretty popular
I don't
CIS list for a
remember.
while. It was because
Yeah.
swarms were just DOA.
Yeah, I mean, CIS in general wasn't good. And what my friend Ryan, who only flies CIS, was very skeptical of XWA at first because he looked at CIS and saw a bunch of nerfs. But what actually happened was they took away the crutches that made CIS almost kind of sort of work, but they built that skeleton to make CIS actually for real work. And now we're talking about it being too good.
I mean, hey, that's a good position to be in for CIS players. Almost
Yes.
a dream.
If something's nerfed, it must be bad, right, guys? After it's nerfed, it must be bad.
Plenty of people will say, "Oh, well, like it's always in a vacuum that people look at something if it should be nerfed or buffed." But it's like, what is the chain reaction or list archetype effects and benefits of a given piece in a game? Like here we were talking about Scimitar 1 and Scythe 6 earlier on stream while you were playing your game, Andrew, and I'm like, both of them on their own, like I think pretty reasonable. One's 3, one's 4. I mean, you can definitely say, well, they're both pretty good, but like in the right list with the right support pieces, you raise their ceiling a lot higher, and then that's where you justify making a points change for one of them, or you could make the argument at least.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You leave Gorin alone.
Goran's not the one I'm worried about.
I don't think Goran's the problem. No.
Yeah.
Goran's really good, but
Yeah.
he's completely dependent on what you can take with Goran.
I mean, I understand
I'm
that
aware.
Backstabber and Mauler are, well, here's the Backstabber and Mauler don't get rerolls. So actually, I think Size 6 being 4 is actually, with the whole upgrade built in, I know Size 6 is lower initiative, but has like the ability to like focus when you get turned around. It's 4
I
points.
agree 100%. He's
Yeah.
got too many tools.
I mean, honestly, it makes Backstabber and Mauler look like normal designed, like 2.0. Like, I mean, yeah, they get the extra die, but like, there's so many more conditional RNG type pitfalls for those two I played a ton of them. Play them a lot. Okay, so one of those bomblets, well, both those bomblets are gonna be a big factor here. Although Talonbane, he might be hitting one. Nim can just say no. That's probably what's gonna happen because Fen is coming in as well.
This Geonosian could potentially do some work to Fen too out this side.
Yeah. Ooh, Grievous. Can Grievous hit the barrel roll between the two of those?
I don't think so. But if he does, it's really saucy.
Yeah, I don't think so. That's close. No. Nah. You need to be a little bit closer. You could just boost, but then you're like really facing the wrong way. Yeah, he's gonna do that though.
Oh.
Next turn you can hard turn, come boost in.
Would you just sloop? Just get your
N-
get your arc back the right way.
You
think the
sloopy
sloop
fly
takes
off
you
the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, takes you off the
There.
bird.
Yeah, if that's range 2,
Yeah.
then he flies off the board.
And also, a couple folks have flown off the board by accident. There's like that gray sliver is not the bat; it is off the board. That little. Some people can miscalculate because of that. And it's a 3 sloop, right? So yeah, 2 sloop fits,
it's a
right?
3 sloop.
If he had one.
I think so.
Nim is going on objective duty for 2 rounds, 3 rounds. And Talonbane does a Talon roll. He has a focus somehow? Did he get coordinated? No.
I don't. Did he
How
get
does he have a
gem?
fa-
No. I don't know how he has a focus. I also don't know how Nim has a focus.
Because Tapusk bumped? No, he hasn't moved yet. No, Tapusk
Tusk
did
isn't
bump.
damaged. Yeah. So I don't know how either of them have a focus. Probably just sloppy board keeping. And
Yeah.
they just didn't mean to. They probably would remove it if they got a roll.
But what's one of those things where it's like you assign the stress token, you stare at the green token that you should have removed and do nothing about it. That kind of bothers me.
Yeah.
So Fen clips that rock next.
Nope.
Well,
Oh,
he
well,
barrel
where
rolls.
he is.
I was gonna say
probably now.
if he goes if he goes straight next turn, if he stayed there, it would be close. He's gonna focus after doing the barrel roll there. Yeah, that's the move for Django for sure. You definitely lock Fen. Don't do it. Do not
I'm
lock
thinking
the
to take
hawk.
that range 1.
It is tempting. Yeah. Oh, you think he's gonna do it? Because you have 2 shots into Fen here, right? You have Django's, and then you can follow up with that side arc shot. You could sneak one in there.
And has 3 left, so hard to say.
Yeah. The other thing is, you're not really going to be able to get to catch the hawk. That like.
Oh, I don't even know
going
if you
forward.
have Talonbane there, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. He fuses the obvious one. The proton bomb is going to hit. Actually, yeah, you could just take out Tapusk if that proton bomb hits him. All right, let's see. It does. Barely. Look at that. Pixels.
Judge?
Yeah. It's one of those, like, I don't believe it. So a shield into Tupusk. Tupusk is worth 4 points. Could be enough. And if you take Tupusk out, then you contest the middle, which was a nice little rejection of a point there. Range 3 from Fen Rao into Django. Django's still pretty healthy. He's got 7 hit points left, shield and 6 hull. Fen's got that focus here for his mod, and almost completely whiffs just 1. Django gets that evade. And you really need 4 hits here. No, that's spend the lock. Jesus Christ, that's horrible. 4 eyeballs. That's a lot better. Spend the force. The target lock works. Oh, that's a dream reroll, dude. It almost never happens. Spend the force. You got the force. Does he not have the force?
It's on. It's on
What happened?
Django. I don't know. He decided not to use it, I guess.
But there's no other shots coming in. Django's ability to did that just happen?
Oh, the puss prevented the regen last round.
Oh, that's right.
He didn't have the force.
That's the ability. He has an ability.
Very nice call, Eric.
That's why the chat's the best commentator of all. They really know what's going
they
on.
always look like bozos when chat.
Oh, Puss gets away on 1. It's another good proton bomb drop though, coming from Django. Talonbane unmodded, 3 dice into red. Red's got 4 hull left. Gotta be careful. Hit crit. That's gonna be a crit going through. That's hit crit going through. Say damage sensor array. That's not good for a droid.
That's very not good for a droid.
So down to 2 hull. I mean, I guess the good news is, like, who's really threatening you next turn? You can kind of get out of there. I don't know. Both, Desi. It's both. It's a problem. All right, and I think it's going to be 2-1 objectives in favor of Scum, so it's going to be 10-9. So for CIS to win, they need to you get to Puskat off the board. I just don't know if Django does a 1 straight, will he be able to take a shot at Tupusk? Does Tupusk's ability it's got to be an arc?
Gotta be
for an enemy ship
arc.
in your turret arc. Yeah, in your turret arc. So he does get his force
Why
back.
he has it forward, I think.
And it's every other turn.
Yeah, it's still really good. Yep, so Proton Bomb gonna be dropped if Fen Rao can't do... Yeah, I mean, I don't know where Fen goes. He could 2 bank to the right and kind of run. Tupusk's gonna need to get out of the way, though. I would imagine.
I just don't know how CIS kills enough points here.
I mean, I think you have to just get to Tupusk. I think you have to 1 straight with Django and just hope you get 1 more chance.
Yeah.
And while keeping red alive, which is going to be real hard. So let's see the blues for the Kirax fighter real quick.
They have blues.
one banks and two banks are blue.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
So the one bank and barrel roll is possible, but I think the HMP. Let me take a look at the HMP. Not stressed.
Oh,
The
does
HMP does have a 3 hard.
Yelled at for this idea. Apparently, a sloop definitely goes off the board.
It's
I don't
not
think, yeah.
it's not even
I
that
think
close, to be honest.
Yeah.
I think almost half the base is off the board. Maybe like a third of the base. Yeah, the HMP does have a 3 hard.
Could have
I
been
think you-
cheeky and measured with Grievous, because if it was range 3, the board edge, then you would fit, but
What do you guys think? Red, 3 hard left?
Does he coming in just like speed running the whole discourse from this game?
yeah,
he
pretty
really did. Well, maybe he's just like thinking about Grievous doing a sloop anyways, but yeah, I mean it's even a 2 sloop I think flies off the board. Not worth trying when you're trying to win a ball game here. So yeah, drop the proton bomb, see where Tapusk ends up. If Fenra moves first, see who we like, and target lock one of them. 3 hard with red. If red survives, Django's still around, which he will be. He's got a lot of health, then you get a couple of objective points. Here we go, proton bomb.
So, Desi, this is actually why I'm so excited for my new computer I got for Christmas that I'm using now, and I used with TTS for the first time earlier today, because I can actually like zoom and move the camera, and it doesn't make my computer sound like it's about to explode. It's like normally when I play this game, I just like lock off the view and hope for the best while I'm playing.
Yo, it boosts
Now maybe I can
trade.
like look at things.
Ooh, did he crack in the calculate? Is that what happened? Yeah, he must have. And he did do the 3 hard. Is that enough? If Talonbane 1 banks and barrel rolls, I think he still gets a shot, though. He just would be unmodded, which would be good, at least for red. Nim, not
he
going
has
to be
damage
able...
sensor array. So we're gonna have to
But
yell at people again.
well, I think he crackened, right? Did he still have that calculate? Or did he calculate as an action?
Oh, I don't know. I wasn't paying attention actually.
Oh, he's not going to have a shot if he barrel rolls. Lucky for Tim. Chat would know. His stress was left behind.
No, that stress was just sitting there.
The game state hasn't been the tidiest. It's just been there for like 3 rounds. Oh no, Tapusk can boost.
That's not far enough.
You don't think so? To get out of the bomb? Oh yeah.
Maybe out of the bomb, but I think Django lights you up.
I don't know. I don't know if Django. Well, yeah.
Django
might
better not have
hit you.
banked, is all I'm saying. So you'd be trading 4 points for 3 though, and you're up by 1. So you would need to get 2 points. I don't think you do. Fen's going that way.
How do ties work in this league?
You road roll.
Because if he
No,
has the
overtime.
big ball play, is to he's not doing it. Is to actually stay there. And if Tapusk dies, then you claim the 2 objectives and tie.
Oh, I hope Django didn't go fast, and I hope he didn't bank. Because yeah, you get to push, you get 13, but then your opponent gets 13. No, we did a talon roll. Does he have contraband?
Contrabanding, yeah, he's gonna boost in. Not there though. Okay, never mind. It fits. I'm an idiot. Ignore me.
But here's the issue: he doesn't get an objective point doing that. He had to one straight, so he will. The red has to not die, right? That's like the only way Tim can win.
Yes, you have to initiative snipe to Puskier.
Or you have to get Fen, but he's got
That's
3.
it.
So, oh yeah, oh that's right. You initiative kill. God, I'm dumb. Oh my god, I'm over here thinking Tapus gets to shoot simultaneous fire, but he's I5. Okay, yep. So you're gonna need some luck, huh? Because you don't have a target lock on Tapusk anymore. You only have a
No.
force,
You only have a force.
and it's range 3.
Come on, Schwartz. Come on, Schwartz.
Okay, if the calculate thing comes up, I will ask them. Like I got you. Oh, dice gods. And I don't think you bother to Dooku. You just keep it as a mod, right? Don't shoot at Fen, dude. He's got 3 health. Shoot at the ship that has 1 hole left. Yeah, come on. Here you go. Don't overthink it.
There are no dice gods, only dice demons.
Let's see if you just streamer cursed it. All right, you need 3. You need 3. That's 2. 2 blanks
You
from the
have
Hawk.
Django ability. Oh no, you don't have Django ability. Or you did a red.
Hit crit with slave 1.
One.
2 blanks will do it. No.
I
Has to
think
spend the
that's
focus
GG.
though. But that's probably game,
Probably
right?
GG. Yeah.
Probably GG.
Because if he kills red, it's for sure over.
Yeah, it's over. He
If red
lose.
survives, he could kill Tapusk.
There's still time in the game too. There's
Oh,
enough
yeah.
time that I think they'd have 1 more round. All right, 3 dice. Oh, hit crit.
He needs an evade here.
He needs an evade. He gets it.
Oh,
Let's see if it's a direct. Disabled power regulator. Who cares? And now let's see if the calculate thing comes up because we got to make sure that.
Well, RIP my bet.
Oh, watch him get the kill on Tapusk here though.
he just took away the calculate. They just realized with
Okay.
damage sensor, right?
Okay, right on.
Looks like he looked at his cards and
I don't approve of that. Looking at your cards. Seems like a bad habit.
Sync laser cannon. Right? No.
Yep.
No? He
no,
doesn't
this guy
have
doesn't
front
have it. This guy doesn't have it.
arm. He doesn't have it. Okay.
So 2 dice into 2 dice here, naked on naked.
1. Can Ratchet get the evade? No! Oh no! Excuse me, guys.
Well, it looks like we do have 1 more round, but
1 more round. 1 objective point each.
1 each.
So here's the
Ah,
thing:
this is-
you can afford to
Yeah.
loot. Red's gonna hit the rock, right? I think. Oh, actually, is the 1 big fit?
I think the 1 bank
Oh,
left fits.
1 big fits. But Talonbane's gonna get you. So like you're gone. Talonbane, the bomblet's there. It's all not great. So you're gonna die. You lose those 3 points. It's tied. I don't know if I think you can still get 2 objective points here and win by 1. So
Yeah,
Nim is
Grievous
gonna
just 2 banks to
turn.
the
Yeah,
objective.
Grievous 2 or 3 banks.
Django's ass sits on the middle. And then, well, Fen could 1 hard right, Nim 2 hards. Yeah, you need 3 objectives for,
Yeah.
which is totally doable because Talonbane, if he turns, gets the 3rd one if he kills the prototype. So I think Tim needs to kill something here to win, right?
Oof. I don't know if that's happening. Talonbane has 5 health left. Fenrau's got I mean, if Fenrau sits there without a token, you could.
Or
Django
red survive is the
Django
other
2
win
banks, you think?
condition.
Because if Django 2 banks takes a lock on Fen, and then double mods like with a slave one shot into Fen, you could take him out for sure.
Does
Awesome.
Django score objective points if you do that?
Yeah, 2 bank to the left. Yeah, for
I
sure.
think
He
so.
gets the middle.
Medium base is a pretty large rated one.
I mean, he's
Two
really
bank is
close to
not
the
blue on a
objective
fire
still
spray, though.
if he 2 banks. Oh, it's not. Boo. Well, one straight is not gonna get you what you need. One bank, you're gonna hit the debris, right?
It's been a good game.
It has, for sure.
Oh no, you might fit in that little niche.
What do you think, Andrew? One bank left for Django. Are you on the debris?
You're on the debris. You can. It's a little weird scuff with medium bases, but if you follow the arc, that's where you're going to end, right? You draw a line from the arc. Like you always stay within your arc when you bank.
Epionic, you're such a troll, dude. Django one bank. or Fen one hard to try to. That's crazy. That's how close
Oh,
that was.
that actually was way closer than I thought.
Whoa!
That didn't hit the rock though. Okay.
Django should be shieldless. Thank you. Yeah, the proton bomb. Yep. Yeah, there's Grievous doing his thing.
There's
Now,
also
here's
a
the
chance
thing.
Talonbane two hards right and goes.
Yeah, because what if he
for
thought
Grievous.
Ratchet? Okay, no, that
Right.
didn't happen. I was gonna say, what if he thought that like it was for sure gonna hit the rock?
The rock,
Yeah,
and then he
and
goes for
dialed
Grievous for the range one.
I don't. Would it have been range one if he hard turned?
He might have had to roll. Do the one bank that way.
Mm.
Yeah, you gotta kill Talonbane, I guess.
Ooh, yeah.
Somehow,
initiative,
yeah. I was gonna say, so that's not happening. Elvin doesn't have a damage card. How is he gonna die?
Oh, you're.
Well, I mean, it's possible. It's extremely
Extremely unlikely. Honestly, all I need is a Talonbane whiff on the Geonosian. All right, so that would be that's going to be 2 objective points, 3 objective points potentially.
3 objective points for Ratchet. So like
For
Tim,
Ratchet, it would be
needs
a
to have
1 point
Red
game.
survive or
Okay,
kill Talonbane
yeah.
somehow to win.
So like triple crits. What do you think?
Wait, does he not just blow up this bomblet? Does that just hit the Geonosian actually? Nope, never mind. They're gone past it.
Well, it has to go off, right?
Yeah, unless he nimmed it.
The charge is spent, but that might be from last turn.
Yeah, he never flipped it over again. I'm gonna let them just like they're just gonna do their thing.
Okay, well he did not kill
Certainly didn't happen.
Talonbane.
So is that range 1? They're not even checking. I assume not. It's got to be way out then. And is that a blank or a crit? It's 2 crits.
2 crits.
That's gonna be
so
it.
That's dead.
That's 3 points. It's tied. And that will be the game. 3 points for Scum. 2 points for Separatists.
The bomblet wouldn't have mattered. Well, it would have
Yeah.
mattered because it could have killed the Geonosian if Talonbane
Earlier, yeah. All right, Ratchet pulls out another win. He's 2-0 so far to start the season.
That was really close. I thought CIS had it after that first engagement.
Yeah, it was looking good. So 17-16, Porg Patrol continues their dominance. It's early, but they take
Oh,
a
ain't
1-0
like that.
series lead. Well, now they got the bomb line. All right, let me pay out the bets, and then we got a glitter die to give away. Thanks for being here, guys. I appreciate the company. Thanks for doing the commentary.